So I have been working with kindergarten, first and second grade, and we've been doing this project, and it's called Counting Collections. So the kindergartners have been, they've gotten a collection, which is just a group of objects that are all kind of the same, okay? So there was this group, I just came from this kindergarten class, and these two kids had keys, all kinds of just leftover keys they got from Home Depot. And they counted the keys, and the first time they counted, they got 68 keys. And then I said, I'm not sure if that's the right number, would you count again? And so they counted again, and guess what? All of a sudden, as they were counting again, they realized that there was a bunch of keys laying underneath a book on somebody's desk. So there were all these keys that they had not counted the first time. And so then the second time they counted, they got 82 keys. So they were asking me, how many keys, because then, you know, they moved them all together, they had just this big pile, and they said, I wonder how many keys were hiding when we counted the first time. But kindergarten has a really hard time. They're really good at counting, but, you know, adding and subtracting right now in kindergarten is kind of hard. So I said, listen, I'm about to go to a third grade class and see what they're up to in math. I wonder if they could help us. So do you think you could help the kindergartners?
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
So I just told you my story about counting keys. Who can tell me something that you remember, an important idea from this story? Ellen, and it's a true story. Ellen?
Wait.
Do you remember something that was important, some important information?
That they asked themselves, I wonder how many keys were on the
Right, that's called the essential question, okay? How many keys were hiding is our essential question. Absolutely, that's a great thing to remember. And because it's really important information, I'm just going to put a big old orange cloud around it so we know this is our essential question. This is what we're going back to every time. Okay? That's important. Who else remembers something important from the problem that I gave? Madison?
There were 68 keys for the first time.
Okay, so the first count, '68 keys. Okay, Neely, do you have something else you remember? Okay, second count, they had 82 keys. And just because, like, I'm into being cutesy, I'm going to draw us some keys right here so we can remember what we're talking about, okay?
Keys. But it says the word keys right there.
Yeah, but keys have lots of meaning, don't they? The word key has lots of meaning. So we want to remember that we're actually counting keys, okay? Yeah, because there's lots of meanings. Does somebody else have something important? Kyria?
Yeah. At first they counted 68 keys and they realized that it was some keys under the book and then they recounted it at 82.
Yeah, so we're going to call that our key idea right here, which, again, here's a different kind of key. Okay? This is like our special idea that we're talking about today in math. Our special idea is that some were hiding. And we want to know how many keys were hiding. So some keys were hiding. Okay? So that's our key idea or our special key. So we want to find, so our job today is to find out how many keys were hiding. And Harrison, do you have something you remember?
That is there a way that they can also put it up much faster?
So you're thinking that we're trying, so what is it that we're trying to figure out? We have all these numbers, we have all this information, but what is it that we're really trying to figure out? Amelia?
How many keys are hiding? How many keys are hiding?
The keys that we're hiding. So we're really trying to find, we're going to call that the difference, and this might be a new word for you.
It isn't. No, we weren't supposed to.
Okay? We're going to find the difference between the two numbers of keys, okay? guys had used some number lines, so I'm going to go with that and call it the space between the two numbers. And the difference is really the keys that we're hiding, isn't it? Those keys that we're hiding are the difference, okay? So this is some important vocabulary, even if it wasn't new vocabulary for you, it's important math vocabulary that we use that word. So we're going to call that the difference, okay? So are we going to add these two numbers up?
Yeah.
No. Okay, what we're not doing is just adding 68 and 82, right? That's not what we're doing. Why do you think we're minusing? What tells you minus?
Because if we're minusing 8 and 82, it would be a 4x.
Can you close your eyes for a minute and think about the first set of keys? Okay, and then close, and then keep your eyes closed. Think about the new set of keys. What changed between the two sets of keys? What changed? Some came up, some more keys came over to the group, right? Yeah, so more were added to the group. So we might think of that, if we're thinking of more were added, we might think of so we might think of this, and we'll call X just the sum keys, right? The keys that we're hiding. So there were 68, because the way that Madison said what she pictured was that there were 68 keys, and then some were added to that 68 to get to 82. So I'm wondering if you could open up your notebook, and if you could just take a minute and see if you could work on how to solve this problem. How can you help our friend solve this problem? I don't care what strategy you use. Oh, you know what? Madison's saying, can we use more than one strategy? Is it a good idea sometimes to use one strategy that you're comfortable with and try another strategy just to see if you get the same answer?
Yes.
Yeah, that's called checking your